What's going on, everyone? My name is Michael SK and welcome back to the Fruit of Grisaia. Last time we had yet another 1 hour special of some sorts, just to show you guys that I'm very, gracious of the support you've shown me throughout 150 episodes. Just thank you so much. But what really happened last time was basically it was the events that took place after the demolition. And by demolition, I mean trying to, show Sachi, hey, this is what's right and this is what's wrong or whatever. But anyways, it is to my understanding that we are actually literally on the final stretch of this story, which is incredible. So I'm really excited to finish this story, but also really upset because I have just been going like full on with this game. No stopping, no breaks, none of that. Just continuous with this game. So kind of feels like it's a part of my life. So it's gonna be really weird to kind of just like stop with this for a while. But I don't know. I'm sure I'll be alright. But regardless, like, this story's really good, and it sucks to know that there's going to be an end to it. But there's an end to every story. We'll be seeing the ending here very soon, but I think we have 2 more sessions, this one included, before we actually reach that end. So let's jump right in and continue where we left off, which was right after the giggity. Pretty much right after. Early the next morning, I snap awake to the sound of someone breathing heavily a few inches from my ear. Probably not a good thing, and no, not related to anything sexual. Sachi? I turn my head toward the irregular sound that roused me. Sachi's lying at my side, squirming in her sleep. It takes me a few seconds to remember that I agreed to share her bed last night. Sachi seems to be having some sort of nightmare. Her breathing's rough and ragged. From the look of things, I should probably wake her up immediately. Sachi. Hey, Sachi. When I quietly call her name, Sachi opens her eyes just a sliver. She having like those issues. You awake? But instead of responding to my voice, she just gazes vaguely over at me. Sachi. I don't know how to pronounce that. Yeah, is it? I just gave her a considerate wake-up call, and now she expects me to play along with this cutesy sleepyhead act? Some nerve. Seems I've been too lax on the girl lately. Time to re-establish a little discipline. What's all this then, head maid? You've forgotten your morning duties. What? Her body quivering with surprise, Sachi reflexively reaches for my pants. What? Like a well-trained dog ordered to fetch a bone. I respond with an instant karate chop on the crown of her head. Kind of expecting that. I don't know. Whenever that like little animation happens, like last time it freaked me out a little bit because I wasn't expecting it, but I was expecting it there. With a dopey little yelp, Sachi's sleep-fogged eyes snap fully open. You finally conscious? It is I. Spare me your wa. If this was a NCO barracks, alright, you'd be running 5 laps around the grounds by now. You were tossing and turning in your sleep. Have a nightmare or something? They're probably not the best nightmares. True enough. Her little groans weren't particularly dramatic. Might have just been a run-of-the-mill bad dream. Have to say though, I'm a little surprised you're not a morning person. Oh? Why is today any different? Alright. Guess we'll take the blame. Stop pushing the blame onto me every time you embarrass yourself, you cheeky little punk.
ということは、お仕置きでしょうか。
She has really changed over the past few days. That's so weird, but so cool. There's a vaguely expectant expression on Sachi's face as she delivers this line. Her newfound aggressiveness on this front reminds me pretty strongly of the pushy little kid she used to be, but at the moment, it's a little hard to celebrate. No, I think I'll pass. I don't dislike the whole master of the mansion role-playing, but I'm not enough of a lust-crazed monkey to start screwing first thing in the morning.
つまり、普段から禁欲を心がけることで、1年ぶりに再会する遠距離恋愛カップルのように燃え上がれる。そういうことですね。
What? Sachi's always had a habit of clinging stubbornly to certain misconceptions, but the trend actually seems to be accelerating lately, in some very weird ways. Is this my fault?
そういえば、せっかく一緒に朝を迎えられたことですし、モーニングコーヒーでもお入れしましょうか。
Ugh, who drinks coffee? An attractive proposal, but I want to take care of my daily running first. Rolling out of bed, I proceed to straighten my appearance a little.
わかりました。そういうことでしたら、私も準備を手伝わせていただきます。
Wait, how? Well, you don't really need to, but... This is going to get really awkward. Amane happens to be coming down the stairs from the second floor just as we leave the room. Our eyes meet. Instantaneously evaluating the approaching danger, I turn to my side and issue preemptive orders. Emergency situation, Sachi. Take her into custody.
Yeah!
What the fuck? Sachi circles smoothly behind the target, binds her thumbs together with a bit of nylon cord, then pushes a knee sharply against the back of her right leg. Amane's forced to her knees, both arms effectively immobilized. Truly graceful, confident movements. Reminds me of a well-trained professional operative at work. Seems like you've been keeping up with your daily training.
はっ、恐縮であります。ごめん、お取り込み中のところ悪いんだけど、一つ聞いていい？
I don't want to hear any questions, they're probably not good. Very well, you have permission to speak.
どうして私はいきなり拘束されてるわけ？っていうか、なんで捕虜扱い？
I wonder why we did, actually. There was a possibility you'd get some funny ideas about us leaving the room together and start squawking. I acted to neutralize this threat.
じゃあ、そういうことしてたの？
So, I'm not going to fall for your leading questions. I'm the one conducting the interrogation. Who sent you after us? Is this Machina's doing?
いや、誘導尋問っていうか、あんたたちが付き合ってるのは周知の事実だし。
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that everyone knows that we're fucking.
朝早く同じ部屋から2人が出てきたとしても、別に驚かないってば。
What, really? Should have said so in the first place.
それを説明する前に拘束されたんですけど。手荒な真似をしてしまってすみません、天音さん。ああ、さっちゃんは謝らなくてもいいのよ。どうせユージがやらせたことなんだから。
Hey, don't blame this on me.
はい、今の私はユウくんの命令にだけ絶対服従です。のろけるのは構わないんだけど、その前に拘束を解いてもらえる？そうでした。
Finally coming to her senses, Sachi retrieves a pair of scissors from God knows where and carefully snips the nylon cord binding Amane's fingers.
まさかこの国で捕虜になることがあるとは思わなかったわよ。
But if you weren't shadowing us, why are you up and about this early?
ああ、今日は商店街で朝市が立つのよ。だからそのための早起きってわけ。
I'm pretty sure that is actually the phrase. Good job, Amane. What? Just economizing on your food costs? I feel like I said that really wrong.
そうそう。朝市で売られる食材はいつも以上にお安くなるからさ。そういうことでしたら、マキちゃんのお世話は私に任せてください。ありがとう、さっちゃん。もしあの子が起きてきたら、用意しておいた朝ごはんを食べさせてくれればいいから。わかりました。では、そのように。 それじゃあ私は行ってきます。
With an energetic pump of her fists, Amine bounds out of the dorm in pursuit of her bargains. Well, can't let Amine make us look bad. Let's get ready.
はい。
That afternoon, halfway through her routine laundry duties, Sachi begins to spread out pens and paper on the table. Getting some studying in while you wait?
いえ、今年の夏休みは帰省するタイミングがなかったので、おじさんたちに近況を知らせるお手紙を書こうと思いまして。
Right. Now that you mention it, you were adopted by your dad's brother and his wife, weren't you?
はい、おじさん夫婦は昔から優しい人たちでしたし、私のことを引き取ってくれた後も本当の家族のように接してくれて、いくら感謝しても足りないくらいです。
Their own daughter, huh? When someone ends up adopting a niece or nephew, problems of neglect and abuse are sadly common. But from JB's information, Sachi's aunt and uncle were decent people who'd never managed to have a child of their own. I guess she was fortunate in that respect. In that case, I guess there's no reason to sugarcoat it. Might as well tell them how you're really feeling.
はい、学園に転入してきた男の子に日々女としての喜びを教え込まれている。そう書いておくことにします。
Should probably leave out that stuff. Good thinking. Maybe they'll send you a celebratory box of condoms.
ドラッグストアに行く手間が省けますね。
Okay, this is a joke, right?
もちろんです。そんなことを書いてしまったら、おじさん得意の通信空手の出番になってしまうかもしれません。
Specialty long distance karate chops. They're special, you know. Well, I did more or less get the sense she was kidding around, but you can never be too careful with this one.
そんなに私の冗談は笑えませんか？
That's not it. I'm more concerned with what you're writing about me.
それなら心配いりません。初恋の男の子と再会して幸せな毎日を送っています。
Oh, and how the school is literally destroyed? Yeah, I like that part too. Your first love, huh? It honestly feels a little awkward to hear that, but it's hardly unpleasant to know that she had feelings for me even back then. But while we're on the topic of Sachi's past, there's something that's been weighing on my mind for a while now. Specifically her mother. In a persistent vegetable state, ever since the accident, she's still lying in that hospital bed. Sachi has to be aware of that fact, but she's never shown any intention of paying a visit, or even mentioned her mother in the present tense. Ugh. Sorry, I started choking on nothing. I can't help but wonder what Sachi feels about her parents now. What she talks about the cold way she treated her before the accident. That's one part of the story that's still mostly a blank.
ゆうくんがそういう顔をしているときは、何か難しいことを考えているときです。
No, it's just me reading sentences wrong. It's literally nothing different. Okay, Sachi, mind if I ask you a serious question?
それは私のお父さんとお母さんに関することですよね。
Kinda. It's a statement, not a question. Sachi's expression is suddenly very serious. That's right. On the day we destroyed the school, you said they abruptly turned cold. Did something happen between you and your parents back then?
何があったというよりは、逆に何もなかったのが問題だったんだと思います。
I guess it's true that Yuji would actually not know anything about this. Or does he? He doesn't really know what happened between the parents and Sachi before the accident that pretty much scarred her for life. I mean, I think he knew that there were some issues going on, but that was pretty much it. Nothing happened?
はい。私があの公園でゆうくんと出会うまでは、お父さんもお母さんもとても優しかったんです。でも、お父さんの実家の工房がテレビで取り上げられたことをきっかけに、私の家の仕事も急に忙しくなって、仕事の手を止めて私の話を聞いてくれたり、休日になれば一緒に遊んでくれるというようなこともなくなり、金型を作る機械の音が一日中鳴り響く家で一人ご飯を食べるということが多くなりました。 して2人が私の相手をしてくれないのは自分の頑張りが足りないせいだと考えて、私は勉強も家の手伝いもそれまで以上に頑張りました。でも私がどんなに頑張っても2人の反応が変わることはなかった。そういうことです。
I see. From what I've just heard, it's easy enough to arrive at a reasonable conjecture. Sachi's parents were just too occupied with work to give her the attention she was craving. Their coldness was probably simple exhaustion. But I can still remember the way Sachi used to talk about them on the playground back then. It's not hard to imagine how hurt and unhappy she must have been. Even so, I remember you saying that you loved them very much, just a few weeks ago. Are those your honest feelings? Sachi averts her eyes, clearly hesitant to answer. There's no doubt that this is a painful question for her. But Sachi's relationship with her parents was the root cause of all of her suffering. Until she finds some sort of closure about this, I haven't saved her in any real sense.
2人が私のことをどう思っていたかは分かりません。
They obviously loved you, dude. What the fuck?
でも私がお父さんとお母さんのことを好きだったという気持ちは変わりません。
I see. The words have the ring of truth. Right now, I think Sachi understands her own feelings with absolute clarity. In that case, maybe helping her escape the law she imposed on herself was enough. Maybe in breaking free of that defensive shell, she's found something like normality again. Sorry for asking you an unpleasant question, Sachi.
ゆうくんが謝る必要なんてありません。ゆうくんは私に大切なことを気づかせるためにあれだけのことをしてくれました。ですからゆうくんには私のすべてを知っていてほしいんです。
Sachi's words and tone convey something very close to absolute trust. I respond to her earnest feelings by reaching out and gently petting her head. Thanks, Sachi.
はい。
But if you're that sure of your feelings toward your parents, I guess there's nothing for me to worry about. Go ahead and tell your uncle that you're happy. Sounds like it's true.
ゆうくん。
When you're done writing that letter, let's go drop it off together.
はい。
Yeah, nothing can go wrong there. I'm just waiting for something to go terribly wrong. Things are gonna go really downhill, and there's gonna be some crazy situation, and that's how this is gonna end. I always feel like that with the end of like serious animes too. Like when I was watching the end of ReZero, Jesus Christ, I knew something was gonna go wrong, but I was wrong. Now I feel like I'm spoiling things.